Hey guys, how's it going? So today I want to talk to you guys about foundation. We're going to be talking about the different types of foundation, we're going to be talking about skin types and how that plays into picking out the right foundation for you. And then we're going to kind of talk about how I do my foundation and kind of like how it works for me, how I get a beautiful kind of full coverage yet flawless kind of finish with it. But yeah. Watch me go from this to that. You'll see it in a second. I'm not going to talk too much about the skincare stuff because skincare it's a whole new video. But basically because I have oily skin, I'm going to use products that are mattifying so that when my foundation goes on, I can wear it for a longer period of time. Wow, I'm having a bad day today. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with a moisturizer, and today I've decided to use my Dr. Dennis Gross Exfoliating Moisturizer. Stuff is amazing. It smells like heaven. It feels so good on the skin. So good. Hello? I'm just gonna take a heap of that and just put that everywhere. And we're just gonna massage it in. Now I find when I do my foundation routine, I love to use a lot of moisturizer because I want my skin to be super plump for the foundation. Now with that being said, if you use too much moisturizer, it can actually affect the foundation that you're wearing. So definitely be wary of that. So once the moisturizer's on, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go straight into priming. And for priming today, I'm actually gonna use my Benefit POREfessional because it's amazing. Like, couldn't ask for anything better. It's this guy right here. Forgive my nails, by the way, they're pretty gross right now. And this I don't put everywhere. This I just put where the pores are like the biggest, so I'll put it under my eyes first, on my forehead, down my nose, on my chin, and just kind of focusing it there. Now with a silicone-based primer like POREfessional, I'm gonna work it into the skin in like a pressing motion, and then I'm gonna start tapping under the eyes. So this is gonna make sure that it's going into my pores and really filling that in and making my skin nice and smooth. Help. So now I'm gonna go with foundation, yay! What are we gonna wear? I'm going to show you guys what my favorite foundation is right now. This is just a really good foundation for like me. It's a foundation by Fenty Beauty. Pro Filter foundation by Fenty Beauty. It's this one here. This bottle is disgusting, so. The Pro Filter by Fenty. Take my beauty blender and I'm just going to squish it into the skin. Just kidding. Help. Load up my beauty blender. And I just put it on the cheeks. Now with this foundation, you want to work really quickly with it because it does dry pretty quickly. So we're just going to press it into the skin. And I find this foundation is like really good, like it almost gets better on the skin when you've blended it in after a while, so I spend extra time blending this one in because I find it like looks better as you blend more and more and more. Whereas some foundations can look a little bit crazy if you over blend it. I don't even have to do much for this foundation because this foundation just looks beautiful on its own. But I'll show you just kind of like what I do to make sure that it's nice and beautiful, and you know, it's matte, but I can still add a little bit of a glow to it. And I'll show you how I do that. So just over the eyelids, just blending it in. And you always want to take your foundation down your neck, always. I feel like I need to take a second to talk about this, but People, please stop using your fingers. Please stop using your fingers. There's so much better things out there for you. I get it. It's fast. It's easy. This is too. This is so easy to use. I know your hands are free to use, but you know what? With a beauty blender, you're going to have such a beautiful finish. If you're looking for a natural finish, the worst thing to do is blend it in with your fingers, because that is going to give you such a streaky kind of look. Concealer can look nice with your fingers, but girl, treat your skin well, okay? Just blend it in with a beauty blender. Just be nice to your skin. So when you go in with your fingers, what you're doing is you're pulling at the skin. Guys, I'm sure Morphe has some kind of deal for you for a nice cheap foundation brush. And I'm sure there's some kind of influencer out there that can get you a discount, okay? There's tons of codes out there. This ain't that type of video. Sorry. Help. But yeah, just stick to a beauty sponge or stick to a brush. Honestly, like, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go into a concealer, and today I'm actually using Clinique Beyond Perfecting Super Concealer. I have to just kind of squirt it on the back of my hand. Okay, I'm gonna apply it with my fingers. Watch. Just like that. And we're going for a soft look today, so I'm just gonna be really nice and gentle with it. Not too crazy. I know some people are thinking, wow, that's a lot of concealer. Girl, on a normal basis, I apply about 3 times of this. Up the nose. We're doing our contouring with this. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my Caudalie Grape Water. I use this all the time for my foundation. It makes it look really pretty. It kind of takes a matte foundation and gives a little bit of a glow to it, which is really nice. But you can get this at Sephora for like pretty cheap. It comes with a lot of product in it. I use it to set my makeup. Well, not really set, but to kind of set the powders. And I also use it to kind of blend my concealer in with my foundation. So it does a lot of things for me, and I definitely get my money's worth, you know. Sorry for what's happening in the background. I think my roommates are talking. I don't know. I like to spray my beauty blender. Butt ends. Tip as well. And we're just gonna blend it out. And this just gives me such a soft look. Always look up too when you're blending out your concealer, look up. It's gonna make sure there's no lines and any creasing underneath your eyes. Just a soft blend, you know? And just like that, that's all of my creams. That's all I use for like liquids or creams. I don't usually contour with the cream or anything like that. Because I have oily skin, I don't do that. I just use powders. So we'll go into powders, and that's kind of gonna be the whole routine. Now I want to talk about foundations really quickly, really fast. If you have oily skin, really good to go for like a matte foundation or like a demi-matte foundation. Something like that is gonna be more long wearing and it's gonna look better on the skin. If you have dry skin though, you wanna stick to anything that has like an oil base in it or anything that's like really hydrating. Rainforest of the Sea, that foundation's really good. NARS Longwear Radiant Foundation, really good. I've tried that one on a ton of my clients and it's so pretty. I'm like, hi. Because I've been talking mostly about expensive kind of luxury brand items, I'm actually going to go into an item that is a little bit more inexpensive, and it's from the drugstore. And this is the Maybelline Fit Me powder. And this stuff is amazing, honestly. Like, I think I bought it for $7. Shoppers Drug Mart. If you're in Canada, you know exactly what that is. Hey. So this is a Sephora Pro Collection brush, and it is just a flawless powder brush. It's an amazing brush. I love it because the end is like super fluffy. So basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take that lighter powder and I'm gonna put it right under the eyes. Now if you have dry skin, it's probably best that you don't use a ton of powder to set your makeup. I know a lot of people that use like setting sprays. I know a lot of people that just use like a tiny bit of powder, not a lot. I'm gonna show you though, I use a lot of powder, guys. A lot. Like, I look dusty after this, okay? Like real dusty. Like she's looking real dusty. Help. I'm gonna go all over the face with it. And I'm just gonna set everything. And you're probably thinking, Brennan, you gonna look cakey. By the way, my name's Brennan. You gonna look cakey and like bakey and like dusted and crusted. But let me tell you girls, like you about to see. By the way, my name's Brennan. So I just go in and set everything. Make sure everything's not wet because that's the worst thing ever for me. When I feel something wet on my skin all day, I don't like it. It needs to go away. It needs to off, okay? Once my powders are all on, this is when I go in with my bronze, my contouring technique, and my blush and my highlight. Then I'll do my brows and my eyes. So when you see me next, I'm gonna have all that on, and we'll do a little reveal. You know, I'm just gonna do a real bronzy look. You'll see, okay? Wait till I come back. Well, that's it for today, guys. This is the final look. Besides this little mess I made here, but that's okay. Yeah, this is just me being all bronzy and stuff, and I hope you guys loved it. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you liked it. Smash the subscribe button, please. That would be like V great.
What we do here is go back.